Welcome back to College Football for the Busy, where we review the top 12 and the top 12 preview for the next week on week 12 and week 13. Let's jump right into this so you don't have to waste any time this Monday morning. So here's the week 12 games that went on this week. Miami, Ole Miss, and Indiana were all on a bye week. So Tennessee and number 6 Tennessee and number 11 Georgia. We'll get to them in a second. Mercer versus number 9 Alabama. And Alabama definitely wins 52-7. Hey, but Mercer got 7 on them, so it's good on them. Virginia versus number 8 Notre Dame, 14-35. So Notre Dame wins that one. Kansas versus number 7 BYU, and this one was a little bit of an upset, 17-13. Kansas taking the win. And then here we go, 6 Tennessee versus number 11 Georgia, and Georgia definitely was trying to reclaim their dropped rankings, get back in the top 10, and they did with this win, 31-17. Number 4, Penn State versus Purdue, and Penn State very much wins by 39 points, 49-10 final score. And Texas versus Arkansas, 20-10, Texas wins. Number 2, Ohio State versus Northwestern, and Ohio State beats Northwestern 31-7. And then finally, Oregon versus Wisconsin, and Oregon only beats Wisconsin by 3. Gosh, so it's 16-13. So I don't know if they just figured out Wisconsin was just a good team against Oregon, or if they're finding some flaws in their armor. Oregon still wins, it's granted, but that was a pretty close game against an unranked team, technically, if you're looking at the AP, trying to view it through their lenses. So Oregon still stays on top. But either way, it's kind of interesting to see that Wisconsin was that close. So Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Indiana stay at the top 5 there. Notre Dame moves up 2 to be at number 6. Alabama moves up 2 to be at 7. Georgia up 3. And I will just say, Georgia won pretty well in a top 12 match. I understand the whole Alabama thing. I mean, Alabama only beat Mercer. Do they really deserve to move up 2? And then Georgia move up only 3 just to be behind them? I don't know. Anyways, that's why the nice thing about the top 12 or the 12-team playoffs is it kind of gets rid of all this politics as much. So anyways, number 9, Ole Miss. Tennessee moves down 4. Miami up 1 to 11. Boise State back in the top 12 at 1. Then SMU 13. BYU 14. They move down 7 with their loss. Texas A&M Aggies remains at 15. Number 16, Colorado moving up fast, up 2 spots again. Clemson at 17. Army goes down to 18. South Carolina moves up to 19. Tulane moves up to 20. Ooh, always love to see Tulane up there. And then Arizona State 21. Ohio State 22. UNLV, I know that one, but I can't think of what the words are. Sorry. Illinois and Washington State rounding off the top 25. So this is kind of the betting market. Not going to comment too much on it, but you can kind of see the top 26 teams here on what the betting markets would be on whether or not they're going to win a national championship. And Colorado's moving up. I mean, they're plus 5,000. I mean, they're ranked 16 at the moment. So, I mean, is it really that crazy of a bet? That, I mean, they still have to get in the playoffs, but they're moving up and they're getting there fast. So, anyways, or you could take SMU Mustangs there. So this is the Week 13 Top 12 review. Or, sorry, that's supposed to say preview. I messed that up. So we have 12, Boise State back in the top 12, like I said, versus Wyoming. Wake Forest versus number 11, Miami. UTEP versus number 10, Tennessee. 9, Ole Miss versus Florida. UMass versus number 8, Georgia. 7, Alabama versus Oklahoma. Oklahoma did do a little bit better last week, so hopefully, let's see if they can surprise Alabama. I hope so. 18, Army versus number 6, Notre Dame. Number 5, Indiana versus Ohio State. And I forgot to label Ohio State there, but I did at the bottom. 4, Penn State versus Minnesota. Kentucky versus number 3, Texas. 5, Indiana versus number 2, Ohio State. And then Oregon is on a bye week this week. So this is and again, I was too quick with my editing here Monday morning, but this is the Week 13 6 to see. So 14 BYU versus 21 Arizona. BYU's been knocked backwards. Let's see if they can possibly get to, like, maybe they can get up to 13 or something, maybe 12 with a really solid win over Arizona State. 5 Indiana and Ohio State. Obviously, that's going to be a really big matchup. 16 Colorado versus Kansas. So let's see if Colorado can continue climbing. 18 Army versus number 6 Notre Dame. Kentucky versus number 3 Texas. And then SMU versus Virginia. See if SMU can also get back into the top 12 mix. So that's our Week 12 to Week 13 review and preview. We cherish the thoughts of armchair quarterbacks here. Please drop us a comment. Let us know what games you want to see, big moments that you liked from last week, and subscribe so you can see next Monday's review and preview for college football for the busy. See y'all then.